John Heilemann is managing editor of Bloomberg Politics. John, good morning.
Good morning.
You just heard Nancy report that, the senator saying yesterday she hopes to wrap up this nomination today. Could it be closer than expected?
Well, it could be closer than expected. And, you know, Bernie Sanders has, in most of these states where he's spent a lot of time on the ground and on the air with advertising, has tended to close the gap. But if you look at the public polling and on the basis of the private polling that both campaigns have shared with some reporters, it seems like she's going to win handily, whether that's in the high single digits, maybe the low double digits. But, you know, you never know what can happen on primary day.
Suppose she wins. How quickly can she wrap it up, as they say?
Well, the question is what the definition of wrap it up. She's, you know, if she wins a big victory here, it's not, if she wins the victory on the scale that we think she's going to win, she'll get a few extra delegates. If he were to somehow even win by a narrow margin, big, huge upset, he wouldn't gain very much in terms of delegates. She's still ahead, 200 pledged delegates, roughly speaking. But he's got money and he's got the inclination to keep going. So she's going to have to fight in every primary and caucus all the way through to June 7th and all the way through California. So she won't wrap this up probably until the convention, because she's going to need superdelegates probably, almost certainly, to be the nominee. But every contest where Sanders does not close the gap by an appreciable amount is another contest in which he, in fact, is falling behind in terms of what he actually has to do. The math gets harder and harder from him every time he either doesn't win a state 60-40 or where he loses, as he might tonight.
Let's look at the Republicans, because if all goes according to plan, Donald Trump is going to win huge here in New York, according to him.
I like how you say that. Say it again.
Now you can't say the word any other way. Every time I hear it in my head, I hear Bernie Sanders' voice.
Right.
But how is he doing when it comes to the delegate? He doesn't seem to be holding up as well as Ted Cruz is when it comes to garnering the delegates.
Ted Cruz is playing the inside game really well. Donald Trump seems to have found his footing again here in his home state. He's making a powerful argument about the system being rigged. He's likely to win all or most of the delegates here. And as your segments earlier suggested, he's got good states. He's got a good calendar down the line for him. If he wins big tonight and then continues to win big in these states that are ahead, there's a chance that he could end up getting the 1,237 delegates and actually get this nomination before the Cleveland convention, and that is his goal.
All right, John Heilemann, thank you so much.
But report, he says Trump is complaining about it being rigged because he knows it's going to be an open convention. You buy that?
It could be.
All right.
Could be.
Thank you, John.
Thanks, guys.